Blub blub everyone, welcome back to Shadows of Forbidden Gods. Now with a different soundtrack. This is from Carl Casey, as you can see in the lower right corner. The White Bat albums. They're not perfectly fitting, unfortunately, but they're fitting quite well into the dark theme here. And it's a little bit better, I think, and a little bit more diverse than the guitar climping all the time. And also, it's a little bit more normalized, I hope. And I hope it's not too much, actually. Maybe I need to go a little bit lower even. Just to have it a little bit more in the background. Because it is quite strong. So, what is happening? We are the one who will feast. She who will feast will emerge in actually 69, nice, turns. And to prepare her coming, we have darkened the world, spread plagues, caused unrest, you know, made a busy time for the good guys. Unfortunately, the good guys have already started getting their alliance together, which is this orange one here. And the alliance is quite a bit stronger against our influence than the rest of the world, which is kind of sad. But we have laid the groundwork to enshadow the elves, and that will be a huge one. I'm thinking we should maybe have 2 wells of shadows here to make that even faster. And spread the shadow a little bit more and also get these all infiltrated. I mean, we have some power. I can easily just go and infiltrate this one and then also infiltrate this one. Elves are really easy to infiltrate because they only have one holding, basically. It's only the Elven City that's in there. So that should also already help a little bit more to get more enshadowment here. It's still very slow, unfortunately. I can't cause shadow myself apart from a Well of Shadow. And a Well of Shadow can never spread more shadow than the thing that is the Well of Shadow. So we could only spread up to 41 to others. But up till then, we would speed up the process. So I think a Well of Shadow here would be great to just spread to these 3, which then in turn spread more. And hopefully before we come up, the elves will be completely enshadowed. That would be great. Maybe not their rulers, but well, some of them are enshadowing. Not everyone has the yeah, they don't have elf stones anymore, and I don't know why, because they still have crystal smiths, which are not broken, unfortunately, by sanity. We could look... And hello, Joy. How are you doing? We could look for... Oh god, where is it? No. There it is. There are no... What the heck was that? I pressed the wrong button. There are no arcane secrets around here, so they have to travel far to make their crystals. Actually, there are no arcane secrets literally anywhere. No, that's banditry. That was banditry. Where... That's all? Oh my god, we are absolutely devoid of arcane secrets. We literally have only 4 arcane secrets in this world. That is huge, because if we can just... If we can taint those, so everyone loses 10 sanity who tries to gain those, that we could just break all the mages with that. We could then have our Plague Doctor create their own arcane secrets by doing nasty, disgusting experiments where the plague is, and then take those arcane secrets and start the arms race, and everyone else would just, you know, take those and just break. Completely go mad. Oh, that would be kinda huge. Okay, there's a lot of stuff we want to do here. Also, we have our dwarven friend, who is actually quite potent now. We should get him some minions, but he doesn't have any gold. Who's unfortunately of very high profile. And when his grows, he will just be murdered, but doesn't matter. He was just there to start Deep One cults. And we have those here now. Right there. They will gain menace, though, so we need to be careful. We need to help these Deep One cults to, you know, get up there. They need to go to 300%. And I think this is the oldest Deep One cult we have. And this is just at 110%. When they reach 300%... and live through that, they will spawn their own agents and give us extra points, which will be huge. So it is worth doing. And also the malign catch that we need to spawn them actually makes everyone mad in this location, which is kind of funny. And there's even a deep one cult here because we turned this coven and made them make deep one cults. That's why they have one in their own location as well. They are just spawning deep one cults everywhere they have influence in, which is this whole island. They took over everything here. Everything is the usual circle as a faith. No one is opposing them here. It's amazing. I think every location has this faith now. They are growing at a really nice pace. They are getting a lot of money together to build more temples, to convert stuff, to get acolytes. They have 3 acolytes and 8 rulers are worshipping this faith. Hopefully they can go out here and you know, take over the Brothers of something, Brothers of Dawn, and just challenge them and murder them. The next thing we want to do when we have influence in these guys, which is very shortly, which is like 2 turns away. Oh, it's weird that this is so much lower now. Oh, we don't have everyone in Shadowed, and not all faithful settlements are infiltrated. But, which is weird. Why? Do they have more influence somewhere? No, they shouldn't. Well, in some things we can't infiltrate, so that's kind of weird. But 2 turns away, and then we want to give them crusades, I think. And then they hopefully go up and murder everyone. Hello, Juho Koivuma. Excuse me, where can the stream 1 be found? Nowhere right now. That was yesterday, unfortunately, and I don't leave the VODs up, but it will come to YouTube sharply. I don't have a plan right now when it will, but it will be in the next few days is my plan. It will start there, so you can just, if you want to see it from the beginning, just start there. So, and the YouTube you can find, yeah, I mean, you are on the YouTubes, what am I saying? You're in the YouTube live chat, so enjoy. No problem, anytime. Actually, thank you for, you know, coming by. I appreciate it. Now, what can we do? We have a few agents. We had to sacrifice our witch because they were not, you know, useful anymore. And she who will feast cares not for, you know, stupid agents. It's just, no. We're going to the city of Eri because we want to infiltrate the docks and get another Deep One cult started. This is the capital of the Alliance, so messing with them is huge. We are also infiltrating locations around them. We already desecrated the convent, which was at 100% enchantment, but they drove it back a little. They have a lot of wards. We want to fight those wards to get more shadow into them. Since I turned it off that they are completely immune to shadow, that's kind of dumb to me. By the way, lost my first run in the demo hard. Still figuring the strategy, how the strategy works out. Ooh, that's harsh, Joy. There are a lot of strategies that can work. What I found is always go for shadow. In some capacity. It just helps. Just enshadowing people like the ruler here will never do anything against us anymore. Because they are enshadowed. They don't care. They're just so gloomy and so down, they don't fight anymore. And that's what you want. Shadow really helps keeping shit under control, you know? Taking agents away from the heroes. Basically heroes away. And they need rulers to be on their side to form the alliance and stuff. But these guys will never join the alliance. Actually, should have gone harder into shadow here. And we should have done this a little bit better with more wells of shadow. But, you know, I'm learning still as well. Yeah, see, more wards. Ah, stupid wards. Yeah, you're even enshadowed. How do you do that? Minion management? Okay. Oh, your command limit is not high enough. Well, that sucks. Oh, sad. I didn't see that. You can only have 2. That was a waste of money, unfortunately, but that's fine. Yeah, we probably need to increase your command limit. I'm trying to protect my minions now a little bit more. Because I know that at 80% World Panic, the Chosen One can do his quest to murder us. And he can instantly win with that, which we don't want, of course. That's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah. So we just definitely want to stop that, and one way to stop it is just, punch him in the face. Likely to attack or to clear war on members of other faiths if under elder influence. That is actually pretty good. Oh, that's something I want too. But I need to... Where's the crusade? Crusader faith. The members of this faith will rally the citizens of the faithful settlements to join and support their militaries, increasing military fervor. Yes. I think we'll do that, and after that we go to intransigent faith to do this. Hopefully. We'll see. Also, the witches are spreading shadow for us. They are spreading the Deep One cults for us. They're doing all the dirty work, and it's amazing. They're so strong, especially since there is no other religion opposing them here, because they were quite weak. They could have been opposed really easily, but we built them up because no one could fight them. And we're also working on the Brothers of Dawn. Unfortunately, the humans are driving us back every time, but whatever. You're idle. Yes, you need to do something. You have your war bears. That's kind of nice. There are stronger minions, but those minions cost 3 points on their own, which is kind of... But if we had the agent... I want to, in the next run probably, I want to take the Baroness and see if she can make vampires that work for us. Because those are independent agents as well, who can mess everything up for everyone, which is great. Is there a way to decrease world panic? No. No, there isn't. You could try it with the world panic has no minimum. Because at the moment what we have set is the minimum is the god progress. So world panic is driving upwards anyway, whatever we do. But if you set no minimum, then only your actions will drive world panic. Not the time that is passing, which is better. You can also get rid of the turn limit for your run, which is kind of nice. But what I was saying is, if we had the aristocrat, she starts with a lot of command. We could probably get her towards getting these minions, but... Oh, look at that. We could take mages. So I don't care if the dwarf dies. I could get a mage. With sellswords. A disgusting profile, which is horrific, but a lot of gold he has as well right now, so that's kind of nice. But we could take him over. Look at that. 5 intrigue, 4 lord, 3 might. That is a really good mage. Huh. Should we just kill our dwarf? I mean, we could just attack the Chosen One with him. We'll probably... Well, he might be able to kill a minion or two. If he had minions, that would be quite a bit better, but... He's laying low right now, because he's way too visible. I think we influenced them. Yeah, we did. So, next turn. Oh yeah, you have to do something. You are really shit at lore. That's the real problem with you. You are our fighty minion-ish. I mean, you have the free warbears that you get as an elf, but also you have the might. We could infiltrate the docks here as well. Because you know what helps if they drive back the shadow? Just make them mad. Then they don't. So the docks really help with that. 38. Yeah, it's a little bit harsh to do. Oof. Maybe we take over the convent first. I really need to drive back these wards a little bit to have some shadow spread. Let's take that because that takes only 13 turns. It's nothing. More shadow driven back up here. That won't help you, girl. Oh, that will not help you. I could just do the trade route thing again from Ares. To keep these at 100% easily. Yeah, look at that. That gains shadow by 3% per turn. They will not drive that back unless they really, really freaking focus on this. Even this citadel is being enshadowed, and we have no even don't have infiltration in these two. I could just infiltrate that, and that would help as well. We could also split the shadow from someone. Maybe that mage would be a nice choice. Because they inherit that. I just need to follow them very diligently then. Because the shadow cannot live unless there's 50% shadow. Or he's not more than one space away from his parent, basically. Question is, where is that mage? We could also just split the shadow and then just attack him with his own shadow, which is possible. But he had minions, which we don't have then. We could even split the shadow from our dwarf. I mean, that would help him defend, right? And fight, because the shadow would fight with him. Especially if we set the shadow to guard him. Then they would fight together and they would join in having these stats. Yes, he wouldn't have 7 attack because he doesn't have the knife, or the dagger rather. But he would have 5 might, 5 lore, 2 intrigue. And we could make them weaken wards together. I think that's the best choice right now. Split the shadow. Where's my shadow? There's my shadow. We could trade with... Oh, that's by the way the princess. Yes, it's the dwarven princess with the beautiful, beautiful beard. I still prefer my dwarves without beard, but you know what? At least the female ones, but what am I... Who am I to say, you know, these things? Can we make this a well of shadow? That would work. Problem is it doesn't really go somewhere. We could try to weaken this ward to enshadow harder here. And I mean, he will lay low for a while, so we are only 1 away, that's fine. And we could just weaken the ward, and he's very good at this, so... Oh, we didn't get the intrigue, that's interesting, and not all of them might. But we got disgusting command. I don't know how these are made. Before they were a perfect copy, but okay, maybe because they're shadow they can't do that much intrigue. And maybe the intrigue is locked at 1 there. And because they're shadow, they can't have that much might, and there's some, you know, some rules there that I don't understand yet. Okay, you need to infiltrate the docks. That still takes a while. Yeah, security is down, but it's still 6. We have to eat that. We really want that. Awareness is growing. Yeah, unfortunately. We can see awareness somewhere. I really don't care. No, not the profile, please. But the challenge progress, that's fine. I don't think you were doing anything really important. There's awareness, yeah. Awareness is spreading, but this is all unshadowed, so we don't care. The awareness is mostly spreading in the Alliance and a little bit in the north, but that should be fine, I think. The elves are not aware at all. They have no clue what's happening, and that's great. The problem is you cannot unshadow either, because your lore is garbage. The Well of Shadows takes 20 turns for you. I mean, it's not as bad as it was. Uh-oh, you're traveling to a quest. Arcane Fortress. Yeah, see, that's what we don't want. Because that's how he protects himself there. Because he wants to put an Arcane Fortress around the Elder Tomb so you can't attack him with magic. Which we won't either. I mean, there are not that many turns anymore, so we could do much with a Plague Doctor, but... we could make a new Plague. A very high menace, unfortunately. That's not good. But this Plague could go, you know, and ravage these lands again, and also these. These guys should be completely unshadowed, though, yeah. But you're... Oh, you're too. Well, not completely, but almost. We don't have full infiltration here. Could we poison this guy? Because that would definitely... No, the Lightbringer we can poison. Not the Chosen One? That sucks. That really sucks. Might do a quick poison. Our intrigue is not great, unfortunately. That's why we don't do the docks here. Well, 17 points. It's not that complex. Dwarves must have proper beards. I mean, female ones too? I don't know. It's not my fave, but who am I? Right? You can weaken wards like no other. And you can also make a Well of Shadows like crazy. 7 turns. We could make this into a well of Shadows. This ward is already weakened. We could weaken this ward then. And spread the shadow down here a little bit more. I think that's what we're gonna do right now. The menace is harsh though. What do we have? Yes, another one. Another Baronesses and Shadowing. Good, 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 good. Hero Redeemed is not great. But our victory condition is in front of World Panic, which is beautiful. That's what you want. That's quite good. So we are murdering enough people. I mean, you can see how the score is made up. We had a little help by the elves and their war. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to bring them to war again. I would love if they would go up here and wage war. Or maybe even directly into the alliance. That would be great. Oh, we have a deep one cult here. Nice. Things are coming together. And we didn't do that. The Sisters of Sugur. We haven't influenced them at all. We haven't had the chance. Yes, this is finally enshadowing like crazy sauce. From the ruler who is now enshadowed. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, this as well. It's basically only the ruler who's enshadowing this. Problem is this settlement died because of me, actually, because I did a plague here and here in this location, spread here and killed all of them, which is kind of bad because now we don't get them from the ruler, which slows this down. So that wasn't a great play on my part, unfortunately. And I don't think I can do anything here. If we could have Death's Shadow, that would be great. Just spawning ghasts or geists. I think it's more geists. Everywhere would be great because they give 0.8 shadow wherever they go. And that's awesome. That's all we want. I mean, having, you know, some Ravenous Dead running around and murdering people would also be great, but this is Mastery of Death at least 3. This is just 1, which means 2 Arcane Secrets. We could do that. Let me make this Well of Shadows here, weaken this ward, and then maybe we go into a location with more plague and try to get an Arcane Secret. Yeah, Ruler Redeemed, blah blah blah. Remove half the shadow from any location's ruler under the Alliance control. Yeah, during Crusades, they just execute them. It's just so stupid. It's what they have to do, though. Gains 32 challenge. Just as the supplicant signs her letter with a flourish, reading the orders for the cult to distribute, a messenger comes in with the news. One particularly skeptical noble, a thorn in the supplicant's side in all things city of Eri related, was disowned by his family after running through the city naked, eyes wild of salvation flowers. Your agent, so basically drugs, I guess. Your agent crumples the letter and reaches for a new one. A pleasant surprise, so we gain challenge progress, or we can gain menace and profile and gain even more challenge progress. But I just think challenge progress is fine. How much do you need? Yeah, more would be better to make this quicker, but it's fine, I think. We don't want more profile if we can avoid it. Yes, we weaken the wards. Good. And now the dwarf is even more useful with his shadow. Because, oh wow, why is that not weakened? Hello? We did weaken this. And now it's at 100%? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, you're spreading awareness. I don't like that. Can I poison you? I could attack you. Do you have... Ah, you have a knight. Damn it. I can't get through that, I think. I mean, the knight would eat the first attack with a defense. I think we would leave 3 HP, but they would attack us with 4, and this guy would attack us with 3. And we only have 2 defense and 5 hit points, which would mean we are basically dead. So, without minions, I can't do it. He could. I think he could. He would eat a lot of hit point damage, though. And that's a lot of menace if we attack them. Dependent on the decisions after the victory, yeah. But they will be high, and that's a problem, because if the menace is high for him, he dies. Because he's so... Even at minimum profile, he's so fucking visible. Everyone in the world sees him, knows him. Or her, rather, sorry. I just don't know. Maybe this has to update. Let's... what can we do here? I can't do anything against his awareness spreading. It's fine. I mean, unless... It's 30 turns. Oh no, it's just the ruler that we killed. No, I don't want that. I don't care about the ruler. The ruler is... Well... No, they have no shadow anyway. Which is not great. But the air wouldn't be better at all. I don't know what the stats on the rulers really do. I'm gonna go and do another weakened ward, because we're still laying low here anyway. Over eager guards. Oh, we know this one. I'm just gonna take the challenge loss. Your agent loses 12 challenge progress, adds 50% death. Or devastation. I think devastation is what we're gonna take here. The dissident notices rotting hands grasping the earth around him and arms bursting through the soil. He waits and considers his situation. The ghouls are simplistic, a byproduct of their accidental creation from the excess of death energy that has accumulated here. They will be easy to manipulate and use. Use them to cause more death. I don't care. We can't use that right now. But making more devastation happen means more hunger, more plague, more everything. More unrest. Lady dwarfs can get some mutton chops and hairy feet. Oh, okay, sure, if you say so. The trickster climbs the court. Blah blah blah. Okay, we only do 6 challenge progress. That was kind of nice. Yeah, these stupid events. Usually they just F you over. 24 turns to infiltrate these docks, but it could be really useful to do so. There is 100% enshadowment here, by the way. Even with the ward, this is fully enshadowed, and that means he should be enshadowing and his heir should be enshadowing as well. And that's quite nice. I'm not sure what that really does in the Alliance when they're already in there, but, you know, we'll see. And we're infiltrating the temple as well at the same time, which is good. But then we need to change some things. I don't like that you're getting rid of the shadow here. There is a lot of shadow coming, though. The pressure is really hard through these 2 locations. Which is good. And there's no ward here. And once we weaken this ward completely... And I don't know why it still exists, even though we actually got rid of the ward. Maybe at the same time someone renewed the ward. You're warding down here. We have a Well of Shadows here now. Good. Go and weaken this ward. I think you're getting intrigue now. I should probably give you might, let's be honest. You're going to be attacked at some point. And you are now basically trying to get secrets to be happening. I hope I got all of the secrets tainted, but we'll see. Let's go with might. 3 attack, 2 defense. You can only have 2 minions. Ah, yeah, you know, command would have been nice too. Because that helps, but... Just weaken this ward. It's very, very quick. You're making more wards. Alchemist. Oh, yes. Give me Shadow. Ooh, that's a great location for Shadow. Yes. We've seen this. That's why I'm not reading it. But this basically caused this to just gain 50% Shadow through the ward. Who cares? Bam. Just in there. Just huge. Absolutely huge. Because that will make their Shadow Enshadowment go up high. And we only are 56 turns away until we spawn. Doesn't mean we win, but it means we can finally feast. And they're all aware now, whatever. I don't like this Arcane Fortress. I'm not sure what I can do against that, though. Fine. Your agent gains challenge progress, your agent's intrigue is increased. Yeah, let's do that. Basically what this does is... This location has been fortified against magical assault and will absorb some damage thrown at it by hostile mages. So basically he wants to secure this against magics, so he can do his quest later. They always do that at a certain panic. It doesn't help him against our god at all. I mean, I bet even if he's here when we spawn, he would die. Not that that matters, because he will just respawn. That's how this game works. There's always going to be a chosen one. Unless you turn it off. You can turn it off and just kill him, and then you have an easy go. Has cleansed the other crystal smith. That's not good. We don't want them to have crystals, because we need them to enshadow. Oh, this queen has gone mad, and she's now a sociopath. Huh. Oh yeah, here. I mean, this deep one cult, the full enshadowment, it's all there. Yeah, she dislikes cooperation, but she loves the deep ones. That's great. We all need to love the deep ones, right? They're so fishy and slimy. It's awesome. Oh, it's so stupid. I love it. Look at that. Even this city can't fight the shadow anymore. That's not what I wanted. I wanted... No. Yes, the city of Xi'an. Look at that beautiful shadow right there. We haven't even infiltrated this, but it just has a coven. That's all it needs. Spreading the shadow right there. Unfortunately, the shadow can't really go over the sea, even though it should, in my opinion, because look at this. 67% enshadowment. Doesn't get here, unfortunately. There's not even any shadow coming here right now. That's kind of bad, because the ruler is in shadow. There should be more shadow. Outpost develops. More shadow driven back in the Elven lands. Here. Oh, that won't help you, buddy. Especially since your ruler is being enshadowed. The ruler themselves would just cause more shadow to come up. This ward is annoying as well, because there should be a lot of shadow here. But the wards block it, which is annoying. It's not the important one. This is the important one. This needs to go higher. This is the only one that matters, because once these are enshadowed, we make them a Dark Empire and we win, basically. And we are gaining victory fast. That's good. What do we have here? Someone is attacking. Oh, sure. Attack the upstarts. That's fine. Just make the orcs mad. Cash looted. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yep. She's going insane. You're aware. And we have a new human colony. The wrong one. It needs to be this one. But this is fine too. Because this should cause more enshadowment here. Especially if this is going up, which it's not. But still, this will go up to 70%-ish. And then push here harder. Look at that, both push now. We doubled. We just doubled because they made a colony here. If they made a colony here as well, this would be huge. Did you actually get rid of the wards? I mean, I still see too much of it. 45%. It's better, though. Stuff is getting through. And there is no ward here, and this... Look at that well. Etibus Village, 0.6, double the other. Double Poponus. Or Poponus? Poponus? PP onus? Whatever. could actually put more pressure on by having a lot of shadows here too, but you need to lay low for a second. I really want you in a plague location and gain some secrets. I want the arms race to begin now. We could also infiltrate this is true. 13 turns is not much. You can only rest here. Can you lay low here? Yes. So lay low there. Okay, apparently we're getting richer. No, we lose gold. We don't have enough intrigue for reversing the pickpocket. Because you could. For most, a walk through the city often does is an uneventful affair, a dull routine, yet those few whose pockets sag with the weight of coins find their excursions among the commoners are keenly watched by the desperate and unscrupulous, looking for a score. The plague doctor flinches as a peasant boy carrying blankets trips right there with these exact knavish intentions on having your agent's money. We need one more intrigue for this to be reversed. It's kind of shitty that we lost that gold. Not that we, gained that by, normal means, but still. This is nice. Just using 1 power for more challenge progress and extra intrigue, yes. Someone is shadowing. You know what? I'm gonna help this along. My god powers and just infiltrate this instantly because it's just a farming community. It's just one location. So that's instant, and now the enshadowment will progress even harder. Which is good because more shadow here pushes shadow into here, even though there are wards. But as long as they're not 100%, shadow will bleed through. Slowly, but that will bleed through. Do you have a deep one cult here? Not yet, okay. There's a quarantine, unfortunately. It will make the plague not spread. Well, that's fine. Faith adopted, cash looted, here encounters added danger. That's nice. We have set some added danger somewhere. And they are just getting into that. We infiltrated a holy site, good. And we weakened a ward. Beautiful. We also caused devastation here like crazy. That will destroy the security in the surrounding area as well. Basically, that will cause unrest too. We have a lot of death here. Yeah, the devastation. War, combat, or other violence has befallen this location. Its prosperity is impacted while this modifier lasts. And if it hits 300%, it will be destroyed. Which it won't. It's already going away, but yeah, that does help destabilizing the whole area. You only have 13% enshadowment. I have 2 power. I could infiltrate this. I would need to infiltrate this, though. Not necessarily. It should push in here, either way. And if we infiltrate this, the push should actually be better. You're really bad at lore, unfortunately. What can I do with you but infiltrate? I'm very sad that we couldn't drive the Chosen One mad. Last time that actually worked. Once we killed his mentor that was here, and that drove him completely mad, or her at that point in my game before. What's the ward doing? Yes, that's better. That's much better. How much are you laying low? You don't need to anymore, I think. You and your shadow could just move on. This ward does nothing. Yeah, look at that. 0.8 bleeds through. This will be enshadowed very, very, very soon. And with the weakened ward, this will enshadow as well. So, what can we do with you guys? You are quite good at lore, both of you. So, where do I want you, actually? We could make these wells of shadows. I think that's something we should do. I'm not sure if we can do that to both, but let's just say. Just this one, though. We could make it here and here for sure, I think. This is 50%. The shadow can persist here. Actually, in both locations. That's totally fine. So, let's just go here. Need to be careful because the shadow will take hit point damage if we're more than one location away. Or under 50% enshadowment. But even the sea here is in shadow. They can easily travel here. What's established? We have infiltrated the temple. That is great. You could lay low, but I don't really care for it. We are infiltrating the docks with the supplicant. 8 more turns. That's perfect. You could infiltrate this. Because you're not useful for many other things. You could also weaken this ward, which would help. Let's weaken this ward. You're not good at it, but you can do it. It's 20, though. You would be a little bit quicker. I think you infiltrating this village is better. That's the problem if you focus too much on one thing with agents. We're not getting another agent. I hope when we spawn we get another agent, but I'm not sure we do. But that would be amazing if we would. We could do some magic uses or something maybe, and just wreak some havoc everywhere. Who cares if they die? We just spawn another. I mean, you need to be careful though. These unique agents are unique per run. You can only have them once. The Buccaneer must be placed in an orcish shipyard. Interesting. I've never played around with her. But I really want the Baroness. It's just too late to use her now. What does she need? The desecrated holy site. Well, that's why it's so hard to spawn her. We could spawn her now, though. We have one. Even though the menace is going through the roof, you know. But yeah, she's basically a vampire, so that's kind of nice. We could have also desecrated this one, I guess. For a long time ago, but I didn't know. But you know, you want to have a lot of distractions. The more distractions, the less chance do the good ones get to coalesce into the alliance and to expand there and to fight the shadow, to do anything against you. So having independent agents running around that are vampires, that we just spawn and spawn and spawn over and over again, is huge. Or can be huge. If they're idiots, you know, of course not, but let's just say they're not. Our profile is so high here. I'm so scared for him. But I mean, if he dies, he dies. The shadow will persist as long as we are in over 50% shadow, so. Spectral Assault. We can just withstand. The might is reduced of the Trickster. That's not great. We can't banish them. Sure, move somewhere else. That's fine. It's not critical. I just wanted to do this because it's there. It has no ward. It is not infiltrated. Maybe the city comes next as well, and the security will go down with that infiltrated. This we can't infiltrate. It's not a real location. It's just terrain, basically. Just special terrain. Just a node. I don't like that you do that all the time. Get some unrest going. That's good. Ooh, he has so much menace. Need to be careful with him. Stop driving the enshadowment back. If I get 4 power, I could do the trade node thing. The shadow that travels along the trade the trade route, rather. I don't think we can have another shadow. Yeah, only one shadow can exist at one time. That's, you know, to keep you low in agents. Yes, more people in shadowing. Good. Finally. Finally shit is going down. Why are you going through here, you idiots? Why don't you go here? Isn't that much faster? Oh, because it's not connected. Oh, I hate this map. It's just such a shitty map. Religious tension, that's fine. Opinion sway, that's fine. Traveling to quest, huh? You're recruiting a knight. I don't like that. Yeah, the upstart apparently killed one, which is good. I just want him to suffer. He needs to lose his sanity. Is it true that the game learns your ways? So if you use same tactic, often next game will be harder to use that said tactic. I think only with one of the gods it is happening. The broken god. I think that one, it explicitly says that it does that. It remembers what you did last time and then fights you harder for it. So you need to switch up your tactics all the time. That's basically why I have not played with him yet. Shadow driven back. Oh, this is bad. Stop it. Okay, it's the best settlement to do that, though. We don't want to have that happen here. That would be really bad if that happens here. Okay, you can't. It needs to be a full outpost before we can do that. We could raid it. It's quite quick to raid it. Reducing its development, but I don't want to reduce its development is the problem. It's annoying, but we can still make this a Well of Shadows. Your shadow can go... Make this a Well of Shadows. They should be able to persist here because this is 70% enshadowment, even though they're 2 away. Just make sure this pushes harder. Someone died, destroyed by the plague. Good. Death is always good. Infiltrated the docks. Good. Yes, this is dead. Nice. So we haven't messed with this so much because there is not much here, actually. But we have let loose 1 or 2 plagues, and apparently they destroyed one settlement here. And maybe even the city soon. Which would be kind of nice, because that's all score. Death is score. Population destroyed 15% gives us a lot of score. So we do want them to die. Okay, hero redeemed. Great. Now, I don't need to get rid of this ward, because we're already at 100% enshadowment. Doesn't make any difference. But I need to get rid of this one. Also, I want the malign catch. We're not the greatest for this, but we will do it here. And then we probably lay low for a sec. The whole laying low all the time is also kind of annoying. Okay, you're completed, you're laying low. I could start a plague here and then do these secrets. And I want to get my own secrets, you know, because the others are all hopefully tainted. And if the arms race starts, we make some mages mad, which is great. Because then they are, you know, only exhibiting erratic behavior. Which is totally fine. What's the plague here? 82%. That should be fine to get some experimentation going. In this citadel. You make a Well of Shadows. Traveling to a quest. You're treating the disease. It's not great, but that's fine because it should still spread around more and more. Look at that beautiful plague here. We don't want the plague to kill these settlements necessarily, because that would, you know, work against our enshadowment. Ooh, the orc upstart is murdering people here. That's kind of nice. Fighting these armies and it will win. Oh, that's so good. Fewer armies are great for us because armies can kill us. And yes, we can be killed and lose the game that way. That's the only way we can lose basically now, apart from the chosen one doing the prophecy. Yes, do some experimentation. Let's go. We're at minimum values anyway, so... Declare... Ooh! Queendom of Pepeka declares war on the Alliance of Eri with intent to invade and take their territories permanently. Are you good enough, though? Guild in the family... Yeah, because of the trickster. The whole family hates her and is getting enshadowed. Ooh, okay, this territory is attacking here. They will not win. They will definitely not win, but that is another distraction, and we want that. Oh, actually, they were part of the Alliance. Look at this beautiful event. A good chunk of the Alliance has broken apart. Oh, that's huge for us. That's absolutely humongous. I mean, that's another army we don't have to fight. This one would be easy to kill. This one isn't, but, you know, this one will be weakened. Hopefully. And this one maybe too. This one is easy to kill too. Alone, mind you. If all of these armies attack us at once, we won't win. But this is kind of huge. This is really, really good. And the question is, why did you do that? She dislikes Discord. Okay, and she causes Discord. Good stuff. But I mean, I'm happy for it. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of... There's no political agitation right now. There's a little bit of unrest. I don't know. Something must have snapped in her. That she decided to do that, which is fine with me. I'm happy. Good stuff. Yeah, let's infiltrate this location now as well. Since basically I can't do anything with you otherwise. Or, can we lay low here? No. Well, your profile is still low. Let's just infiltrate, and then we'll lay low with you. But that should help the shadow along a lot. Yeah, this corner is being enshadowed greatly right now, and all the pure darkness. Oh, by the way, I now know what the blue lines mean. That's ways to go to the underground. Every blue line means you can go to the underground there. And it's also with the Elder Tomb, which is kind of weird, but... Not that we have cared for that a lot. Oh, yes, another one. Oh my god, they're splintering. I love it. That is amazing. That's another part of the alliance that just broke away. And they have a civil war. Yes, that is their civil war, basically. Rebels and loyalists will now fight to reclaim the lands of the other and execute the rulers of any captured territories. Fine with me. Just execute each other. That's perfect. These are not even enshadowed. Who cares? It's perfect. And someone died from the plague. Oops. And they encounter added danger. A little bit of damage was dealt, but nothing major, unfortunately. I think we endangered the city. That's why that happens. Whenever they want to, you know, rest or stuff, it's all full of danger here. Oh, danger is subsiding a little bit. No, it's not. Weirdness. What we could do, we have 5 points. We could do the fleeting servant plus the danger again somewhere. Like maybe in this town? Maybe do that. There's a servant here. So that means they will attack this. Oh, it needs to be, damn it, needs to be enshadowed. Let's put danger here, that's fine. Let's have a fleeting servant that they need to attack. It's fine, there's a little bit of distraction. Not the greatest one, but I forgot that I need 50% shadow to endanger it, because it's endangering the shadows, basically. Elven predictability, good. Princess Gito SS has detected a pattern in the guard. Oh yeah, it's the pattern in the guard stuff, because they're that old and they just, you know, stay to their routine after a while. Underground, can it not be used to go around wards? No. Because the ward protects the location, it doesn't really... I mean, yes, it can, and no, it can't. It's a little bit weird. Lower the security is nice. Sure, take some menace. So, yes, shadow is bleeding down here. These things are getting enshadowed. But I don't know how that exactly works. Yeah, see, this elven settlement above is enshadowing this location. But it's not that strong. The shadow that goes down here is not that harsh. Technically, you could go around a wall of wards by, you know, by this. But that means that you can't enshadow these locations, really. You can, but also you can't push it hard. So that means if there would be above ground, a wall of wards here, you could go underground and push shadow through here and then make it bleed up like here, for example, you know? You could come from here, have this enshadowed, push a well of shadow, push the shadow through here, and push it up here again behind the wall of wards. But that is so much effort for actually literally no reason. Just go and weaken the wards. Weaken these 3 locations would be much quicker, above ground, of course. Like, these 3 locations would be much quicker than going around. So yeah, that would be a possibility, but I don't think it's worth it. It just takes way too much time, and you only have 500 turns. And it doesn't matter if the limit is there, you will still only have 500 turns because the seals are fixed when they break. They will break at fixed intervals. And you can even go to the wiki and look that up. You've infiltrated another farming community, good stuff. Which causes more shadow to spread, good. I would love to get rid of this ward here. Infiltrating the docks would be nice too. Let's try that. That's just 18 turns. We could basically make more deep ones. I wish they would go out and do some stuff. But they don't, and it's annoying me. But maybe that is just because I need the intransient faith, or however... Intransigent? I don't know. Acolytes, heroes, and rulers of this faith will be more likely to attack or declare war on members of other faiths if under elder influence. So I need to push this twice for them to do that, I think. I don't think neutral would make them do that. Blah blah blah. Menace will be transferred here, which is kind of interesting. Explore the darkness. You can make them go in the underground. And we could try to distract people with that, but that's the wrong distraction. I want them to fight the Alliance. I don't want them to go into the underground now. And also the underground is protecting them more, the game says, so against plagues and shit. So in truth, the underground is kind of a distraction and should not be any interest to the player. I don't know. It might be that some strategies are really good to go into the underground and do stuff there. For example, if you make them explore the underground and they are aware of it and they go down there and you have a strong dwarven empire and you're basically playing Iastur, Iastur can just make the dwarves hate the humans just with one power or something. Just flip their mind, give them that dislike, and suddenly the dwarves will fight the humans for to the death. And if you... The last game I played, the dwarves basically just had a little island here, and that's all. There was just 3 cities on this island, and that's it. So basically completely useless, and the whole rest of the underground was completely nothing. And once the humans found out about it, they just spammed this with colonies, and it made them basically stronger in the long run. It didn't really because there wasn't enough time, but still, it could have made them much stronger. Because the more space they have, the stronger they are, because more rulers, more... places that can't be enshadowed and stuff, or really slowly only and stuff. But with a big, or 2 big dwarven empires here, that might be different if I could influence them. But my god can't do that, so she who will feast can't do that. I can't make them hate the humans automatically. That would be so easy then. And maybe that would work, I don't know. But the humans would definitely get to all these locations here and just colonize them. I wish the dwarves could do that and just take the underground a little bit more. Maybe leave this island, the humans come down here, try to colonize this, and then the dwarves pound on them and go upwards and kill all of them above ground as well. Or try to, at least. At least keeping them busy, at least, you know, spreading devastation and shit, which would help us tremendously. But this war is quite nice, that we somehow made a civil war happen just by causing plagues and strife and shit is quite nice. And also, you know, the shadow. It's so good that we enshadowed. Yeah, maybe that was happening because this guy's getting enshadowed and therefore antagonizes the others more or something. That could be it. That could be a thing. We could also take the city palace here. I doubt the city will fall, which is good. Also, we're causing... No, we are soon causing madness here. Yeah, once this is finished in 8 turns. So that's gonna be nice. We've done a Well of Shadows right here, good. That should spread this much better. A little bit. Not really, because this is very close to each other. But this Well of Shadows will help to get the elves there. And they don't have crystals anymore. Look at that. They're getting enshadowed. If we push the shadow harder into this, that will help tremendously. Also, my god power here, the Cloud the Senses, I find completely useless. The 10 progress of a task loosed is just, or lost is just shit to me. Oh wow, you can actually gain... Okay. Okay, that's nice. Maybe give you Intrigue. Or Might, so you can murder people. Huh. I think I'm gonna give you Intrigue. You have so much command. Man, you could have some good stuff. But this well should still push some shadow. I don't think it was wasted. Look at that. This helps a lot here. This should help here. Yes, it does. They're trying to cleanse this, but it's not gonna help. This should give more madness as well. Is she going mad? She likes humans. See, this is a problem. And dislike Shadow. Iastua could invest 2 points of power, I think, or maybe 4 points of power, and switch those. You know, make her like Shadow and dislike humans. Bam, elves go to war or something. This is a different nation here. Different elven nation. This is the big elven nation, which I would like to turn into a Dark Empire. And we still have some turns. More bots, go away. A second playground was it supposed to be? So for another god underground might be the playground. Yes, it is. There is another ground. The DLC god, the DLC brought the underground in, and that god actually starts in the underground. So yeah, and gets stronger there, and then goes above ground. I think. I've never played this one, but I really want to play this one. I think it's the one who lurks beneath or something is what the god is called. Which seems so fitting. We don't have infiltration here. I really want that infiltration. Now, you know, we can have a well here, but we can also have a well here. These two are now focused on doing that, I think. Wards established. Don't like that, you bastard. Also, we can influence the circle again, and that means it's time for war, girls. The witches go to war. This is human +1. I don't know why. Maybe it was wrong to do this. But let's do this. But I still think I want them to be a Crusader faith. I don't know. Trickster giving them gold. Oh. Nice. The Enshadowed Duchess is giving my girl some nice monies. Good. Yes, we influence them. That's fine. And we have another Orcish upstart. Sure, just go and murder people. It's cool. It's totally cool. This Enshadowment, yeah, the ward can't stop that anymore. That's fine. We might be able to get rid of that ward. There's a lot of Enshadowment here. This will fall to shadow very soon. This is annoying, though, this ward. We might want to weaken that. And we have 2 characters here that can do that quite easily. What are you doing? Trickster is watched again. The menace is just creeping up there. Perform challenge, build alliance. See, I don't want them to build more alliance here. Well, it's not here. He's still moving. Yeah, he has very much interest in building the alliance. And with Iastur, you can change these motivations. Because you can give them... Look at this. This is positive text. Alliance of Eri, King Kator, well, yada, yada, yada. But you could make him really dislike orcs, for example. And suddenly, there must be a dislike orcs here or something. An attack orcs or something. You don't want them to attack your agents, of course. But you may want him... There must be somewhere some hatred for orcs or some nonsense. But that could change his priorities to... Well, you can't influence the Chosen One, but others, you know. Want to give them maybe a hatred for orcs, so they go and fight the orcs and not do what they should be doing and stuff. But yeah, of course you can't do that with the Chosen One. No longer valid. I don't like that. Because there is no plague anymore. Well, there is. The immunity is high, but who cares? Why can I not make my secret? Ah, the plague is not strong enough. It just dipped under. Well, that is a waste of turns. I hate it. 103% and growing. You know what? We're going there. What's it here? The 83 not growing. Little growing. This is slowing down. So we basically want to be here because this is growing fast. Or there. Fine. Agent Idle, we don't want that. Get some Well of Shadows. So this well is almost finished. We're just shadowing the shit out of this place. Do we need this? No, I don't need to reduce my menace, that's fine. Plague Doctor reaches the fort. Good. Do some medical experimentations, please. We need secrets. We want to start the arms race, finally. We have a lot of money. I'm gonna buy an inscrutable item and hope we get a random artifact this time. Nope, just garbage. Great. Thank you, you bastard. Terrible interface, by the way. Terrible interface. Well of Shadows finished. Good. This starts with a 1% now, which is huge. And also pushes this down... Dreons. Okay, by 0.5. To all settlements. I mean, that's something. That's pretty good. And now we want to enshadow more, I think. But once one of these, if this reaches 100%, this will fall almost instantly. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to make. If this would finally finish to be a settlement, I could push this even harder with a Well of Shadows, and this would be amazing. Well, the shit out of this, and this is their capital. The queen is 46% enshadowed. Once she is completely enshadowed, this is going to be huge. This is going to push so hard once we enshadow them. More wards, but there are very few wards being established now. We infiltrated the fortress. That is nice. Yep, you want to push this away, but look at the 4% we gain here. Disgusting. We could do that with a village, infiltrate them. This is being enshadowed just on its own. The ruler is already enshadowed. Perfect. This ruler will start soon to get there. Unfortunately, you're completely useless with that. Can you lay low? I need a place to lay low. It's probably the lower one, rather. Dark Coronation. We could make a Dark Empire. It's so good. Costs 200 gold unless you have the Monarch. Yes, there's lay low. Can you lay low here? No. We haven't used his special skills at all so far. Elven Tate. It's up here, that's fine. And we have the Malign Catch, good. They should go mad here soon, which will help. Help them make bad decisions, not good decisions. A better choice. Change the heir of a nation's capital and so the heir to the nation, to the local ruler. If used on an elven city, the choice is immediately made sovereign. Oh, that's kind of nice. We have good intrigue for that. Actually, I want that. Look at this. This person is completely enshadowed. More or less. But this is already enshadowed. This will fall quickly. I don't really think that is worth doing. It's only 4 turns, though. To the local ruler. No, that's not what I want. I want this heir to go and take the throne. But that probably means we need to murder her. To push more shadow, that is. Separatism... That's 100% political agitation. Requires an 100% infiltrated city more than 4 links away from the nation's capital. It's not what we did, but that is what we could have done in the alliance if I had realized. That's interesting. But I only want to lay low here anyway, so that's fine. We need to burn that menace off. You're where? Doesn't matter anymore. Yes. Yes, the queen is in shadowing. 50% there. Good. She dislikes humans. Come on. Let's go on a murder spree again. Okay, but that was an hour already, so I need to put a cut in here. The stream will go on, but this part is ending. Thank you for the for watching. I hope you liked. If you did, please consider pushing that beautiful like button. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps. Come to Twitch, come to Discord, and I see you all in the next one.